Welcome back, Nonno's Kitchen, special edition, Man of Legacy, mentoring men. The meal we're cooking this week is steak. Coach Dennis Collins has challenged the brothers in the community to cook their favorite cut of steak in any way they want, but only to medium rare because anything beyond that is ruined steak. So I'm going to make myself a filet tonight, about 7 ounces. I'm also going to be making wild rice with mushrooms. I'm also going to saute some mushrooms and onions, and I'll add fresh cooked broccoli to that. So right now the steak is sitting out because it's not going to be cooked for about an hour. So salt, pepper, that's all I put on there. We're going to let it come up to room temperature. Once I get to the point of searing this off in the cast iron and tossing it in the oven, we'll be back. All right, we're back. So something I really like to have with my my steaks are mushrooms and onions. So picked up some baby bellas over at the store. Mushrooms got a lot of water in it, so you got to cook them down a bit. Let the water get all out. So I'll cook these down. I just put a bunch of olive oil and butter in here. I will throw some salt in here. Throw some garlic in a little bit, or this is fresh ground black pepper. I'll sprinkle with a little bit of salt, and granulated garlic. One of the things about cooking, and there goes the cat. One thing about cooking is you want to kind of layer your flavors, and I measure carefully, as people who watched my videos before know. So we're going to let these cook down for a bit. We'll be back when it's time to throw in the onions. Alright, so back over here in this right corner we got wild rice going. One of the things about wild rice is it takes a long time to cook, and you really can't overcook it. You just got to keep adding water basically until it pops. So what I'm also making here on the front burner is I chopped up some of those bellas, and again, a little olive oil, salt, pepper, butter. In Wisconsin we use butter. None of that fake margarine shit. So I'll throw some onions in here in a little bit, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of dry vermouth, white vermouth, just give it a little extra flavor. Once these are done, they're going to get tossed into the wild rice. So that's the side of my broccoli. 4 burners, I need 5. So the beautiful thing about cooking with cast iron is it holds heat well, so I can let stuff sit while everything else is finishing off. So we'll be back when we're going to sear off the steak. Alright, I think this cast is pretty hot. We're going to find out. I'm going to sear this. I'm going to use Dennis Collins' method here, I think. Sear this. It's about 2 minutes. It's a little thicker than an inch, so we'll go about a little more than 2 minutes each side. The oven is already at 400, ready to go. So I had to put an apron on because grease will go everywhere, just like that. So in we go. Safety is not always top of mind in my kitchen. So 2 minutes each side. Just sear that off. 400-degree oven. I'm going to go about 5 minutes on that, and then we'll pull it out and let it rest for 5. Broccoli is now going. We'll be back. Alright, this thing is seared off, ready to go. 400-degree oven, about 5 minutes. We'll be back, hopefully with nicely cooked steak. Okay, so while that steak is in the oven, we got our wild rice here. And I got my onions and mushrooms I had diced up. Olive oil and butter, of course. Did put a little bit of dry vermouth in there to bring the bring different flavor profile in. So I'm just gonna fold this in to this wild rice mixture, and then we're gonna let that sit while the steak is finishing off, and then it's resting. So be back. Okay, out of the oven. I want about 4 minutes instead of 5. I'm gonna let this sit on a plate. 5 minutes. You gotta let it rest, or all the delicious juices will just run right back out of there. So, we back. Now here we go. Wild rice with broccoli, and a filet. See how this bad boy turned out. So, all right, that's just how we like it. A little more rare for me. I don't mind that one bit. Also got myself my bowl of mushrooms and onions I'll put over the top of this steak. Enjoy.